can't do business without having any assets. People say you need money to make money. No, you need property to make money, meaning you need to own something. You need to either have talent, you need to have connections, information, skills, knowledge, even capital falls under this. But you must own it. You can't make money from somebody else's assets. You must have something in your possession that is nice, valuable, that people want, that you exchange for money. That's the foundation of money. If you don't have capital, you easily have something else. You could have knowledge about something you could use to make money. Before we continue, let me just give you an example. I could know where to get something cheap, and someone else out there doesn't know. So I could say, okay, if you want your cheap thing, contact me and I'll give it to you. I will make my profit when he pays me and I pay the person. That is an example of using what you have to make what you want. And that's how business works. You must have something. So it starts from possession. The second thing is you must use that possession or your audit when you've looked at all the things you have that are valuable, you must use it to solve a pressing problem, a problem that people really need to get solved. Say for example, talking about information, someone is really looking for cheap diesel. How can they power their company for cheap? And you have that information, then you have a problem that you could solve. So you look for a pressing problem, find properties that you have, and then when you've gotten these two, we'll talk about this in different videos. I'm just going through it for those of you who are just joining us for this video. The third thing is you need to make a promise. Every business is a deal. You must tell me what you're going to give me, and I'll tell you how much I'm going to pay you. That's business. That's trade by barter. That is a deal. So you have your property, you have your pressing problem you want to solve. You must make the promise. And then what we're going to talk about today is psychology. Now, when you've made a promise, so you have your business set up, you must think of mindsets. You could have the best business deal, best promise, best problem to solve, best assets aligned to help you solve the problem. Everything can be working perfectly and people will still not buy. Have you ever seen this kind of situation before? I'm sure you have some products sitting in your warehouse, your store that are just perfect, and people are not buying it. I'll give you a practical example. It took people 100 years to embrace the motor vehicle. When the car was invented, it took people about 100 years to stop using horses. Now, the car was cheaper, it was better, it was more efficient. However, people could not just adapt. So you see, you may have the best thing. And when the car salesmen were telling people, this car is better than horse, the people will say, "Ah, no problem. I've been using horse for 15 years now. That's not disappointed me. Carry your car, keep it." You can just imagine that. That is life. Even if the car is better, people may not accept it. So, as a business person, you must think of the psyche of people. Now, if I was back then in the age of the car and I'm going to sell car to people, I wouldn't come and tell them buy a car. You know what I'll tell them? Because I know their mindset. People don't easily adjust, even if it's good for them. It takes a while. People can be suffering, and it takes a while for them to see the thing that will help them to come out of their problem and accept it. Look at our country, Nigeria, for example. If a good president should come, we will be asking for the old president. It is not easy for people to accept good things. You must understand their mindsets. You must understand the mindset of the people you are dealing with so that you know how to sell things to them. Let me go back to the car. If I was selling a car to those people back in the days, you know what I would have told them? Don't come and buy a car. What I want you to do is come and test my car for 2 days. Give me your horse. I'll be using my horse. You take my car, borrow it for 2 days, see how it works for you. And then we will discuss. Because I know that the challenge that they have is shift in way of doing things. This person has been using a car for 15 and horse for 15 years. You tell him to come and use a car. I tell you that one is too complicated for me. So let me stay with my horse. So to overcome that, because I understand his psychology, I know how to get him to see things from my own point of view. So as a business person in today's class, what we're asking is, do you understand the psychology of your customers? Do you understand why they are rejecting things or why they do things. What makes them to follow things? I'll give you one more example. Somebody was trying to sell me an earbud, a very high quality earbud, and that earbud was white. And I told him, even if this thing is the best earbud on earth, I can't buy it because it's white. And I was saying why? I said because I plan on wearing the earbuds in meetings that I don't want to be in and listening to my music and watching movies. So when it is white and the person who is conducting the meeting sees me with something white in my ear, he will say, "What are you doing?" So it could be the best earbud, but I don't want it because it's white. I want it black so that you won't see what's in my ear. So instead of him trying to tell me it's the best earbud, he would have simply looked for a black one or told me, "Take this earbud that can hide in your ear. Nobody will know that you're listening to anything." I would have bought it. You see, that's the psychology. So no matter what you're promising, no matter what you're doing, you must take into consideration the mindset of the people you are selling to. How is that mindset? That's what I need you to think about. We will continue this in our physical session, but think about this. See you in the next video.